Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhamad. Today I will be present about approximate estimates. As for the introduction, definition. An approximate estimate is an early estimation of the cost of a project in order to measure its estimated cost prior to the actual design or specification. Purpose. The purpose of approximate estimating at the early stage of the construction project are to help in initial project planning and budgeting and aids in decision making for project feasibility. There are 4 methods that are commonly used. The first one is unit. Estimates cost by multiplying the number of identical units by the cost per unit. It's quick and best for repetitive projects, but less accurate if the units vary in design. Suitable application is uniform project like housing schemes, hotel rooms, classroom, hospital beds or apartment units where each unit has similar design and cost. For the example, a developer plans to construct 15 identical terrace houses. Using the unit method, each house is estimated to cost Rm 200,000 by multiplying the number of units by the cost per unit. The total estimated cost for the project is 3 million. The second one is cubic method. Estimate cost by calculating the building volume and multiplying it by cost per cubic meter. It's more accurate than floor area, especially for buildings with varying heights, but need more detailed design info. The suitable application is building where height significantly affect cost, like warehouse, factories, auditoriums, or multi-story building with high ceilings. Suitable when detailed dimensions are available. For example, a warehouse has dimension of 40 meters in length, 25 meters in width, and 8 meters in height. Using the cubic method, the building volume is calculated as 40 times 25 times 8, which is 8,000 cubic meters. With a cost rate of Rm 250 per cubic meter, the estimated cost construction is 8,000 times Rm 250, which is equals to 2 million. The third one is floor area method. Estimates cost by multiplying the total floor area of a building by a cost rate per square meter. It's simple, fast, and commonly used in early planning when only basic design details are available. The suitable application is for early stage estimates of buildings with standard design, such as office, schools, apartments, and commercial buildings. Ideal when only the basic layout and size are known. For the example, a commercial building has a total floor area of 1,200 square meters. Using the floor area method, the cost is estimated by multiplying the floor area by the rate per square meter at a rate of Rm 1,800 per meter square. The estimated cost is 1,200 times Rm 1,800, which equals to Rm 2.16 million. The fourth one is story enclosure method. Estimates cost by calculating the total volume enclosed in each story, then multiplying it by cost rate per cubic meter. It considers difference in height between floors, making it more accurate for multi-story building with varying story heights. The suitable application is for multi-story buildings where floor heights vary, such as hospital, hotels, office towers, or institutional buildings. Useful when more detailed design info is available, especially story heights and internal layouts. For example, a 3-story office building has a floor area of 500 square meters per floor, with each floor having a height of 3.5 meters. Using the story enclosure method, the total volume is calculated as 500 times 3 times 3.5 equal to 5,250 cubic meters. At a cost rate of Rm 600 per cubic meter, the estimated construction cost is 5,250 times Rm 600, which equals to Rm 3.15 million. Advantages and limitation. For the unit method, the advantage is simple and fast to calculate, ideal for repetitive and uniform design, useful in early planning and budgeting stage. The limitation is not accurate for project with varied or complex unit, relies on up-to-date and reliable unit cost data, doesn't account for site condition or unique features. The cubic method The advantage is more accurate as it includes building volume, good for height ceiling or multi-story building. The limitation is need detailed design info, hard to use in early planning, not commonly used in Malaysia. Floor area method, the advantage is quick and easy to use, suitable for early stage estimate, widely accepted and commonly used in Malaysia. The limitation is less accurate for complex design, doesn't consider floor height or volume, and based on general cost rates and not specific features. For the story enclosure method, the advantage is more accurate than floor area method, considers both floor area and external walls, and good for comparing design option with different shape or size. The limitation is require detailed building dimension, complex to calculate manually, and not commonly used in early stage estimate in Malaysia. Application to a provided project scenario. The scenario is cadangan membangunkan dan menyiapkan satu unit rumah kediaman batu satu tingkat. The method we are using are unit methods. Rate per unit is RM 380,000 per house. Number of unit is 1 unit of house. The calculation is project cost equal to number of units times rate per unit. 1 unit of house times RM 380,000 per house equals to RM 380,000. Reliability of the estimates. Location. Located in rural area like Guntong Limbat generally helps reduce construction costs due to lower labour charge and potentially cheaper local materials. However, limited access and the need to transport certain materials from outside the region may increase the logistic cost, which can impact the overall reliability of the estimate. Inflation. The estimate may also be affected by inflation as construction costs in Malaysia have been rising at an average of 5 to 7% per year. This means that delaying the project or failing to secure fixed contractor price early could result in the budget being insufficient over time. Material cost. The reliability of the RM 380K estimate is affected by material price fluctuation, as items like cement, steel and bricks are highly influenced by global supply chains and inflation. If material price increase, the budget may no longer be sufficient unless more affordable, locally sourced material are used. Conclusion and recommendation. Approximate estimating techniques are capable of giving initial cost determination at early stage of project with the little information available. Methods such as the floor area method and cubic method can be used to determine feasibility quite fast during the first stage of planning. However, rely more on past records and assumptions which, when not keenly followed, can be erroneous. Hence, supplying the methods with recent data, elongated project boundaries and professional advice can make it more reliable, though it is useful in the preliminary budgeting. For the recommendation to improving approximate estimating accuracy, incorporate the local cost data that are up to date and factors affecting prices such as inflation rate and price fluctuation rate as well. A clear scope of the project and verification which approaches should be allowed. The involvement of professional people is also helpful to gain the best estimations. That's all from me. Thank you.